Hey guys, today we're at the High Falls Conservation Area, and today we're going to do a shootout between my Fujifilm, my GFX system, and this camera. This is a 2006 Fujifilm S3 Pro. It's a 6 megapixel camera. Let's go. Yeah, this thing is so weird looking. Like, look at the back of it. I mean, you got like your big control knob. You got this little LCD panel here that shows camera information. That's the menu system. And this, believe it or not, is an actual screen. And then if you want to play something back, you actually just press play here. And then this is crazy. If you want to delete something, you hit this button up here, then you hit OK, and then that's how it deletes. When I saw that the first time, I actually thought the card was corrupted and I totally freaked out. The memory area for the card is back here. It uses a compact flash, and it has all your regular controls. ASPM are up here, have pop-up flash, but yeah, it's a kind of a tank. Check this out. It actually uses 4 AA batteries, no proprietary battery, anything like that, and it just slots in right here to the bottom of the camera. All right, back here at the waterfall, real close to it now, so sorry about the bad audio. Just did a bunch of shots with the GFX. Now I'm working on the S3 Pro. Shots are gonna be a little bit different because I'm using 2 different types of lenses, but I'm gonna try to match them up as best as I can. And yeah, let's go to the next area. Sometimes you just gotta get your feet wet for the perfect shot. All right, guys, new shot done here. 2 cameras. Now we're going back to the studio. All right, guys, welcome back to the studio. So I shot a total of about 6 or 7 shots. I put 3 of them together here from each camera, and I tried to match the lens and the focal lengths as much as possible. It was a little tough because, you know, medium format on the GFX, DX crop sensor, Nikon crop sensor on the S3 Pro. But I think you're going to be surprised because I was actually surprised. So yeah, let's dive in and take a look. So this is the first image here. It's just a plain daylight shot. I shot these relatively close at the same time. Tried to match the shot as much as possible. There is some difference in focal lengths, obviously. But what I wanted to point out is actually the image on the left is with the Fuji, with the S3 Pro, which blew me away. I mean, I did not expect this. The image on the right is actually with the GFX. It was a bit of a longer exposure. It does have a little bit of camera shake in it, especially the one on the left to me looks really good. And like I said, I was really surprised that this is how that image came out. So like I said, you know, the S3 Pro is only 6 megapixels. And when you zoom in and look at these, I mean, this is pretty clean for a 6 megapixel file. I was shocked. Even when you come in at 200, it's actually, I mean, there's some stuff around the edges here, but it's actually not that bad for 6 megapixels. I was actually pleasantly surprised. So these 2 images here are kind of the same, but they're a little bit different. The location is slightly different. I had to move because there's some people there and I needed to have to move the tripod, but this is what I got. So once again, this image on the left is with the S3 Pro, and the image on the right is with the GFX. And overall, they look pretty similar. One of the things I noticed is the S3 doesn't pick up the green channel as much as the GFX does. But other than that, they look pretty good. Now, if you bring this into 100%, this is the S3 Pro. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it is soft in the corners. The trees in focus here. Waterfalls look pretty good. And if we go back out to this image, this is actually the GFX. And you can tell it looks pretty good. There's a little bit of motion in this one. It was kind of a windy day, so I had issues with motion blur on the trees and that kind of stuff. overall, if you look at these two images side by side, one of the things you're going to notice is that this is a little bit more of a longer exposure over here than this is. But beyond that is they're kind of similar. I mean, the location's a little bit different, but the tonality and the whites and everything like that, they look similar. And you have a hard time telling, you know, which one of these is a camera from 2006 and which one of these is a camera from 2021, unless you really dig in and really start pixel peeping it. But you put something like this on Facebook or Instagram or something, nobody's going to know the difference. This is a $299 camera on the used market, and I don't know what a GFX 50S2 is going for, but I want to say probably like $2,900, maybe $3,000 right now. But I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, the difference really isn't that noticeable. All right, so what I did here is I took each one of these shots and put them in black and white. So we have the S3 Pro on the left and the GFX on the right. And I just did a real quick color correction on them. So you can see that the S3 Pro has a little more contrast than the GFX does. But other than that, I mean, they still look pretty good. I mean, you know, basic color correction, just desaturation in Lightroom, and that was it. So, I mean, like I said, it's really hard to tell. Now, if you zoom into the Fuji S3 Pro one here, you can see there's a lot of contrast in here. It's very contrasty. And if you look at the GFX one, what you'll notice is there isn't a whole lot of contrast here. So I feel like the sensor in the S3 Pro is more punchier, but it has extra contrast, where the GFX, the tones are more neutral and, you know, they're more spread out. But like I said, both the shots look really good. So this is the last image of the day here. It started to rain and I really wanted to stick around and shoot some more, but it just wasn't going to happen. So here's a few things. These images look pretty identical. The only difference is the one on the right is with the GFX and the exposure is a little bit longer, just because I was using a heavier ND filter. But honestly, I mean, the tonality is incredible. Like back in here, in this area on the left, this rock face, I mean, looks great on both cameras. This tree on the left image is just a little bit brighter than this tree over here, but that could just be change in lighting conditions. Like I said, it was actually starting to rain and we had to pack up and get out of there. So I just grabbed these two shots real quick. But if you looked at these side by side in this zoomed out mode, you can't really tell the difference, in my opinion. I mean, they look almost identical to, you know, the image quality of each of them. Now, let's go into 100%. So this is the GFX over here. Like I said, a lot of nice tonality up in here. Super sharp resolution like always. If I take this into 200%, you know, you can definitely see how sharp it is still. And if I go out to the, this is the S3 Pro. I mean, still, like, looks really good up in here for tonality. You know, decent amount of sharpness. Everything throughout the image. Like, the thing is, and like I said before, is if you actually put this on social media or something that's screen resolution, I don't think it would matter. I think it may matter like when you're doing big prints or something like that and you want that extra resolution. But for just putting it on Facebook or, you know, Instagram or anything like that, in my opinion, I think it's fine. I really do. And I'm just shocked that a camera that's only 6 megapixels and is from 2006, in my opinion, seemed to perform just as well as my 2021 50 megapixel medium format camera. I mean, there is some difference here. If you really want to get in here and you really want to look at the DNA level, you can definitely see some differences. But like, at the end of the day, like I said, you're putting this on social media, you're putting it on Facebook. I really don't see a reason, honestly. I'm not saying you should run out and buy one of these because I'm sure it's got its quirks. But I'm just saying, like, you know, image quality on both these systems is surprisingly really good. So just to wrap this up, like I said, this was just going to be a quick experiment. We got rained out, and I just wanted to kind of get up here and shoot a couple photos and get a feel for what it would look like between the two cameras. And I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I'm surprised that the image quality almost looks identical on each of the files. Now, I understand it's 6 megapixels, one's 50. If you do the print, you know, all that other stuff, I think that's where you'll really see a difference. However, like, it looks pretty good. Like, it really does. And if you put this on social media, I would have a hard time discerning what camera made what image. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Like and subscribe and all that jazz. And talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.